Found that right here.
First signal. So Mike and I are back out digging, and we're at a Civil War site that there was a battle and a camp. Where we're going, we've never been before. Now, I know it's been hunted. I've talked to people that have found stuff there, but we have never been there, have we, Mike?
No.
That means it's going to be absolutely loaded for us.
When they say that, sometimes we do find stuff that they've hunted before.
Yeah.
We found stuff.
Yeah, so I have a pretty good feeling about today. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. We just have to work our way up through the woods.
A little whitetail spike. People make handles for knives and stuff with these, so I'm going to save that. I might give that to Thomas. I don't know if you know Thomas, the guy that does the arrow.
Yeah, he uses
these for knife handles.
I've given him a bag or two of those.
Yep, there you go.
Very
Thomas.
nice.
See the video.
It's a great find.
Yeah.
Great find. The first train we saw, we were actually walking on the tracks and we didn't see it, and we had to scramble up real quick. Not supposed to do that, but yeah, we did.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, that's cute.
I've never seen.
Wow. Yeah, that's a small one for sure.
Little pony size horseshoe.
Yeah, it's a little bit wide too, which makes me think it's a little older, but
okay.
Yeah, that's cute.
Never seen one that little. Yeah, thanks.
I just found half of a horseshoe. It was actually right up in the leaves. This could have been dug by somebody else, another metal detector years ago, or it could just be up in the leaves on its own, but that's half of a normal horseshoe. All right, so down on the bottom of this hole, I've got a big iron signal. Thought we'd look at it together. I'm going to be digging all the iron out here because this is a battle site and a campsite. You ready? Hopefully it's a good one. Huh. That is, well, oh dude, that's so I'm like looking at it like this, I'm thinking that's a hammer, you know, like a woodworking hammer, but in actuality that's a piece to a musket. I think it's the exact same kind Mike found a few videos back, probably now. It's an I think it's an 1842 Harper's Ferry musket. That's part of the barrel band that's on the end of it. So that's my first Civil War relic of the day, and it was really loud signal. Iron, but it was loud. That's a good find. Mike's gonna be jealous. He should be popping out of the woods here in a minute. He was digging something up in there. Sweet. Whoo-wee. Let me clean it up and we'll look at it. So I got it cleaned up, and you can see that's where the barrel would have come through. The barrel would have come through on the top of that, and this is the bottom. There'll be a hole right here for the ramrod. That's really nice. That's a great find. Great find. That's a great find right there. And that's why I like to dig the iron, because you get some really cool artifacts. Historical artifacts that other people either don't appreciate because they don't dig them, or they just don't appreciate because they're made of iron. Let's go show Mike. See if he knows what it is. It's just iron, but I want to show it to you. See if you know what it is. Test your knowledge.
Huh?
I want to test your knowledge. It's just iron.
Okay.
I want to see if you know what it is. I think he does.
Ooh.
Look familiar?
Yeah. Oh, that's the ramrod.
The thing that you found. Yeah, the 1842, I think, Harper's Ferry.
We found that right here.
First signal. Just dug another broken horseshoe. I probably won't show you any more of these, but just wanted to show you that we are digging them in the field here. Nice big iron signals. I wouldn't be surprised if we get an artillery shell today. That's nice. So here's my first shotgun shell of the day. I won't show you any more of these, but I just wanted to show you one. This was a good button signal, so I'm hopeful we'll find a button or two. It probably hasn't been dug out. This is called a low brass shotgun shell, 12 gauge. Low brass because the brass is about that high, and on a high brass, which is a more powerful shell, it'd be about that high. All right, that's your lesson for today on shotgun shells. I just dug this thing. Do you know what it is? I'm going to tell you. This is part of a leg hold animal trap. There would have been a pan right here to trigger it and some springs off to the side that are broken off. And these are the jaws that snap shut to catch an animal. That's about the size you would use for something small, you know, maybe a raccoon, but not much anything bigger than a raccoon. You know, skunks, possums, raccoons, things like that. That's a big old chunk of metal here. I don't know if this is farm related or if it could be Civil War era. I suspect farm, but there's no way for me to tell for sure. Got a hole right there. Got a little groove right there. Yeah, I don't know. It's really thick and heavy though. I do want to show you this. I won't anymore show you any more of them, but this triangular shaped thing, well, actually most of the triangles worn off, is a tooth to a sickle bar mower. That's the type of mower that you would have tow behind a tractor or have on the side of a tractor that would cut grass. This would slide back and forth. There'd be a whole row of them sliding back and forth, and it would cut hay and different types of crops. You find lots of these out in the fields, and I find quite a few in this area, so I'm not going to show you any more, but I just wanted to show you one. I wanted to show you this whole horseshoe just to show you how big they can get. That's a big farm horse, probably like a plow horse. Well, I have my first non-ferrous or non-iron keeper of a signal. Take a look at that. That, I believe, is a tomback button. It's a little type of flat button. Would probably predate the Civil War. That's more back into the early 1800s or 1700s probably. So that's a nice little find though. You can see the shank on the back, the loop where the thread would go through is broken, so they probably got snatched off their jacket, and that's how they lost that button. Out working in the fields. I'm probably picking tobacco in this area. Now that's a nice big old iron signal right here. That's a big spike of some sort. It could have been part of a barn or maybe part of a mill dam or something like that. But yeah, it's a monster. I just found this little piece of like thin coppery brass. I don't know if I hit it or what. I'm not sure what that is. Let's go ahead and keep checking the hole. And yeah, there's a little bit more of it in there. I was hoping it might be like a Civil War cartridge, like a Burnside cartridge or something. Yeah, no, it's a modern cartridge. Yeah, see, you can see this is a modern rifle cartridge. It's got a primer in it with a primer strike right there. So we were close. It was a cartridge. It just wasn't a very old one. I'm kind of back in the area where I found that piece of that musket. You know, there's a lot of big pieces of iron in here. I just found this little Mickey Mouse looking thing. And so there's something going on here. I don't know. I'm not really getting many non-ferrous targets. So it might have been detected pretty hard in the past, and people just didn't dig the iron because most people don't like it. But this is a wing nut. It looks like it's hand forged. It can easily date to the Civil War or before. I think when I get that cleaned up, it's going to be pretty cool looking. You'll definitely be able to see how it's been folded over by hand. We'll keep digging the iron. Another nice big piece of iron right here. I don't have any idea what it is yet. She can hear it. All right, let's dig her up, see what it is. Could be a shell fragment. Is it? No. See, there's a bolt that's going through it. That's a flat piece of probably stamped iron or steel. I really don't know what it is. Obviously, that probably went into a piece of wood, fit in that groove right there. This bolt held it together. Might be reinforcing for some type of like, well, it's reinforcing for a piece of wood probably. That's my growing iron pile right there. So I don't have to carry all that stuff around all day, but we'll pick it up on our way out of here whenever we leave. There you go. I found the piece of the 1842 Harpsway musket right there. Just dug this, which I think is a rivet. I'm not sure. It could be the base of a shotgun shell though. And I don't know. I don't think it's that old, whatever it is. Probably the base to a shotgun shell. It's got the papery stuff here. That's probably a primer. The outside of it's just gone. The brass part of it's rotted away. Yeah, I think that's all it is.
I think that's a piece of a shell.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Sabot or something maybe?
Yeah, that's off a Dyer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Confederate?
No, that's Yankee.
Yankee?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Is that I've seen some little streak.
Yeah, I think it's part of the rifling where it was cut in right there.
All right.
So 100%, that's lead.
That could be like maybe a frag or a...
It's possible.
Canister, weird shaped canister.
Yeah, I don't think it's a canister. It's possible it's part of a frag, but I don't know.
That
I've never found one like
piece
in that
was
shape.
up there on the ridge, and then there's a weird piece. That could be like a tool, an artillery tool. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to get at least one little piece.
Yeah, you got a little something there.
Cool,
That's
man.
pretty good. So you got a button too?
Yeah,
too
just
hard
a little,
to get to.
Little bitty button.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's just a snap.
Oh, yeah, snap.
And then that.
Well, is that Tomback? No, it's not Tomback.
No, I don't think it is.
So I just found this little piece of lead. You can't tell if it's like I guess it's a fired, either fired round ball or a big piece of buckshot. But yeah, not 100% if it's going to be Civil War or not, but it's a good possibility it is. Oh, okay.
You know what that is already,
Yeah,
don't
of course.
you? Is it junk?
Yep.
I see words on it. What is that?
It's a shoe buckle.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a shoe
Colonial.
buckle. Yeah, Colonial.
Dude.
That's pretty cool.
That's my first one ever.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I thought it was a
Really?
frame, yeah.
Oh.
I found pieces, but never like.
Yeah, if you look right here, that's where your little swelling is. Right here, there should be a little hole going through there.
And it would have had like a.
Yeah, that's where the thing would cross.
So that's like 1750s to 1810.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome,
right.
man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, see right there, that's a little pinhole.
Nice.
That's where the inside would
first
attach.
one.
Awesome, man. That's really cool.
I'm so excited.
We're up in an area where Mike found a shoe buckle and a couple buttons. So we're going to slow down and look around. It's probably an old Colonial home site, we hope. Just dug this big piece of iron right here. I'm not sure what it is. It's really heavy. Looks almost like a wedge of some sort, except it's got a cutout right here. And that's split. That end split. So I'm not sure if that's some type of fancy... That's probably some type of fancy hammerhead, I guess. And maybe there was a handle welded into here, you know, from the Colonial era. Not really sure about that, but I'll definitely keep that piece. But basically, this is a buckle. And, of course, the leather strap coming out like a belt buckle. Yeah, so I wish it had been brass, but we'll have to take the iron one. That could be quite old. That could be Colonial era. We just, it's really hard to say. So this is kind of interesting. I'm over here close to the fence row, and I got a little squeaker in here and started digging, and I noticed there's like little streaks of charcoal. Hopefully you can see those. You see the streaks right here, and it's in this hard clay layer, and lo and behold, it's actually a piece of melted lead. So it's probably a soldier here making a campfire, either cooking food or getting warm at night. I just came across an interesting hole in the ground, but I'm not sure how interesting it really is. But it looks like a well, a stone-lined well from up here. Doesn't it look like a well that maybe they tried to cover up? Got a tree in it. Look at that. You know, the only problem is, it looks like a shallow well, or a narrow well, but that's a piece of concrete right there. So if it is a well, it's either repaired or built not too long ago. There's moss growing right here, so there's a lot of moisture coming up out of the ground. Maybe they filled in a sinkhole or something. Well, that's a mystery. Not going to solve that one today. Maybe another. And there's another big old hole. Wow, look at that. I'm going to say that looks like a well too, but there's asphalt in it, so it's not a well. Very interesting. This is a weird place. Check this hole out. A tree, a hollowed out tree goes way down in there. I wish I had a flashlight. Let's drop a rock down there, see if it tumbles on down into a giant cavern full of water. I don't have a small enough one to fit down there. Here we go. Ready? Listen. Wow! Don't know what that is. Looks like an animal coming in and out of there. So I just found a nice old pocket knife. Not sure what kind of handle that is. It could be plastic, but I'm not 100%. So I don't think it's Civil War era, but at least it's still a nice little find. Right here, I just dug this little tiny buckle. It's almost like a little cap buckle.
Ooh, looks like a kepi maybe.
Looks like a kepi buckle, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's small.
Yeah. So this reminds me of a little piece of sabot or sabot off a cannonball. And by cannonball, I mean artillery projectile. This is what would grab the rifling and make it spin. Just found a little tiny piece of artillery fragment. That's going into the nose right there, probably. So I think this is a piece of iron case shot out of a cannonball. I found a few not far from here, so I suspect that's what that is.
All right, guys. I went up in the woods. I got an artillery chain. I've seen these before. It was with all the fuses or the fragments. Look at this. I've seen these before. It has this special piece right here. I've seen these before. That's an artillery chain. That was with it.
Nice.
Got this one up there in the same spot.
Nice.
Start getting all that. Got that. Well, that was over here. Got that one up there.
Nice.
And that one.
Nice.
And then this came out about 12 inches deep.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's the base of a fuse.
All on the same hill.
Really?
That chain and all this.
Nice. You did a lot better than me. I got
I
a couple.
was excited. I'm like, I don't have my phone to text him. I was gonna have you come up. We can go back. There's stuff up there.
It's always another day.
Just for the last half an hour, I got on that. I didn't find nothing until I got on that hill.
Yeah, that's sweet.
So I'm pretty stoked.
I bet. All right, we're just doing a quick roundup because it's getting late and we have to get the heck out of here. Got a troll train running, so we have to talk really loud. Mike did really good. I'll get your picture of the stuff, and we're gonna definitely come back here. Probably before you see this video. We'll clean it out.
Until I go to sleep, she'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep.